Welcome to Vanessa's van life journey. I am Vanessa, and I live in a van. And her name is Treasure. If y'all don't know the name of the van, her name is Treasure. So y'all, I'm about to eat a quick little meal. I think I'm gonna eat the sardines that are in the tomato sauce. So let me eat that. Get that out. Pull that out. Y'all, I bust that bump on my lip. And it look like it need to be bust again. I can't stand bumps. And why it had to get right there, I don't know. But y'all, come on in. I didn't feel like cooking today. Well, I kind of did want to cook some liver today, but I'm not somewhere where my doors are open. So it's best for me to cook during the day when my doors are open. So I don't know what I'm gonna cook tomorrow. I ain't had no. Ooh. All that juice. Hold on. Now I need a wet wipe. All that juice just skeeted up out that can. Did it go on top of? Now my stuff gonna be smelling like sardines. Who up in here already? Hey, Miss Janiqua. Hey, Christine, girl, you ain't going to bed yet. Hey, Miss Christine. Thank y'all for coming over here. Y'all, I just want to talk to y'all. I had a blessed day today. I woke up. I went to go take a shower. I went hiking. That was very tiring. I sweated a lot. Then I laid in my hammock for about 2 hours. And then I took another shower. Do y'all ever eat these sardines with the tomato sauce? I'm actually not supposed to be eating these, but Lord Jesus, thank you for this food. Amen. I'm not supposed to be eating the ones in tomato sauce, but I still buy them. I'm gonna be smelling like a sardine tomorrow. Hey, Belle. Thank y'all for coming over here. So y'all, somebody left a comment in the channel, in the chat the other day. And people be telling me all the time, Be careful, be careful. There are a lot of prejudiced people in Texas. First of all, I think prejudiced people are everywhere, and I think some of my own people are more prejudiced than anybody. How about that? And second of all, I've said this before, in my travels, in my living in this world for 54 years, I can't ever recall being directly targeted or mistreated by a Caucasian. I don't ever recall that. I recall running into some ignorant people before in life, but I recall, well, being on a job well, I was the only African American. Well, y'all, I take that back. Yeah, this company I used to work for, this man used to call every day and call me the N-word. That's different than meeting somebody face to face and talking to them over the phone and they don't even know you. I'm just eating some canned tuna. But this man, he had to call our company every day because we wholesaled products that he needed, that his company needed. And so every day he called me the N-word. And every day I would say, oh, thank you for calling. You have a good day. But I was recording him the whole time. And eventually, after I got enough recordings, I went to my boss. And I played the recordings. And my boss asked me, could he have the recordings? I say, sure, I got copies. And I gave him a copy. And he played it to the man's boss. And the man boss, you know, if they did feel the way he felt, they didn't say it. They was undercover. But they reprimanded him and he never called me out my name again because I let them know if they didn't do anything about it, I was going to EEOC. So I take that back. Yeah, that man, he did do that. And there was some other things going on at their job. But those people, they never had I was the first black person to ever work at the company. So, I don't know. Maybe they were prejudiced. I don't know. Because I don't look at life from that perspective. I don't go through life thinking all Caucasians are prejudiced. I don't go through life thinking, is he prejudiced? Is she prejudiced? Are they prejudiced? So, when people come to my channel or in real life tell me, be careful. There's some prejudiced people out in the world. Y'all, I don't run into those people when I'm camping, when I'm going somewhere. People walk up to me and they see the signs on the side of the van and they curious and they ask questions and they're very nice. Even if somebody asks me to move my van, generally, except for that one guy we ran into, they're nice about it. I move my van and I move on about my business. But in my travels, at the places I go, the people are so nice, y'all. And see, I think the first problem with people saying that Caucasians are prejudiced because you're looking at them as a color. You don't want people to look at you as a color. You don't like people saying black people. You say, I'm not black. So why do we refer to Caucasians as white people? I think the problem with people who think that other people are prejudiced because you looking at them from a prejudiced perspective. If you don't know the people that you are meeting right now and you just say white people prejudice, then that makes you prejudiced because you are not seeing those people as people. I don't look at people as being black, as being white, as being Hispanic, as being Asian, as being Indian. I don't look at people like that. I look at people as people. Today, I had a conversation with 1, 2, 3. I'm counting one group of people as one person and 4 people. I had a conversation with, well, if you count them individually, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had a conversation with 8 people today. Like, in-depth conversations. If you think everybody is prejudiced, it's your approach. You don't speak to people. You don't greet people. You're not nice. You're not polite. And because somebody don't respond to you or say something to you don't mean they prejudiced. Did you speak to them? Are you waiting for people to speak to you first? I don't wait for people to speak to me first. I speak to people. I pretty much say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am to everybody. It don't matter what their age are. So today, when I was hiking, it was so hot, y'all. It was some benches on the trail. They was directly in the sun with no shade. Baby, when you sat on them benches, your booty got 3rd-degree burns. Y'all thumbs up the video. And so I ran across 2 or 3, I think 2 benches. Maybe it was 3. All of them was in the direct sun. You could not even sit on them, y'all. They were so hot. As soon as you sit on it, you had to jump up. So, y'all, I came across this bench that was in the shade. And I was like, oh, my goodness. I got to sit on this bench. I was just sitting there chilling. And these 4 people passed by. Young people. And I was like, hello, how are y'all doing? And they was like, hi, how are you? And I was like, child, I seen this bitch in the shade. And I was like, thank you very much. And we started laughing. And we started talking. And I just started sharing stuff with them. And I was telling them about something that God had, a different outlook that God had. Y'all tell them what I'm eating. The people that come in and ask me what I'm eating, y'all tell them for me. So I was just sharing a different outlook that God had gave me. And which I have it coming up in the upcoming video. But every day God gives us an invitation. Every day we're presented with an invitation to something. An invitation to freedom, an invitation to wisdom, an invitation to be happy, an invitation to a baby shower, an invitation to a wedding. Life gives you an invitation every day, and an opportunity presents itself every day. It's up to you to accept the invitation. And I was talking to these young people, and then I was telling them about this discount card. And I told them about it, and they were like, wow, we need to get that. We could save some money. And I'm like, mm-hmm. Then we kept talking, and y'all know I'm a talker. So then when they got ready to leave, this one guy said, thank you, ma'am, so much for sharing your thoughts and insight. I told him, thank you for listening. Okay, I'm not judging one place by a region. If you go somewhere looking for people to be prejudiced, they're going to be prejudiced. In your mind, to you, they're going to do something prejudiced. If you go there talking to people and looking at people like they're people, I just think the outcome and the situation is going to be different. And if it's not different, oh well. I mean, God gonna deal with them people. I don't go through life saying, you know, when somebody say people in Texas are prejudiced, that offends me because I'm a Texan. That offends me because I'm a Texan. And that offends me because I've been through so much hurt and pain and tragedy in my life. And not one person that did it to me was white. So when you want to say that white people are prejudiced, but as black people, we can do everything to our own race, including sexually assaulting kids, and y'all cover up that person in your family who does that to your children, but then you want to walk around and say white people prejudice. White people ain't did what all happened to me in my life. White people didn't blind me in my eye when I was 12 years old. White people didn't sexually assault me when I was a little girl. White people didn't leave me unattended when I was 3 years old and got burned on my body. So it offends me when people say people in Texas are prejudiced. I meet every person, wow, that God has put in my path to bless me in person, in real life. Complete strangers that did not know me from Adam. They have been white people. Them people don't know me. They'll just walk up to me and say, God told me to give you this, or God told me to do this for you. Today, I was in the shower, taking a shower. This lady don't even know how I look. I'm in the bathroom, in the shower. The only way she's going to know how I look is if she come to my channel and she says she's going to subscribe. I'm in the bathroom, taking a shower. And this other lady come in the shower and she came and opened up the stall while I was in. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. She didn't know I was in there. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, it's okay. And she was like, well, is somebody in the other one right there? And I said, no, I don't think so. I think I'm the only one in here. And while we're in the shower side by side, she started talking to me. It was dark in there. Then no lights was on. They didn't have a light. And I'm like, girl, it's dark up in here, but I'm still going to take this shower. I'm like, ooh. So we was talking. From what I could tell, it was a Caucasian lady because I didn't see her face. And she kept talking to me through the shower. And she was talking about them camping and they don't know what they doing. And she think that people could see her through her window in her RV. And I was like, girl, you surrounded by woods. Ain't nobody looking through that window to see you. So we were just talking back and forth. I was telling her that I do van life, and then I was telling her about Huntsville State Park and telling her how much the sites were out there, the sites with no electric, and telling her the difference in the price between the sites with electric. And she was like, well, why do you get the one with no electric? I was like, it's more affordable. It gives me the opportunity to do more and go to more different places to see different things. And we was just talking, and then, you know, she asked me, could she pray for me through the walls, y'all. I never seen the lady face. We was just talking through the wall. And she said, Vanessa, I'd like to pray for you. And I said, sure. And she just started praying for me. She prayed for my traveling grace. She prayed for God to bless my life. And I'm in the shower crying, y'all. I'm in the shower washing my body, and I'm just crying. And I'm like, God is good, because, you know, y'all could keep saying people are prejudiced. And y'all could keep saying, be careful, the people in Texas are prejudiced. The people that I run into is God's people. They fear God. They love God. They hear from God. God tells them, speaks to them, and tell them to bless me. They have not withheld their blessings from me when God tells them to do something. So the lady prayed for me and she left. She left. I'm still in the shower crying. I'm still in the shower crying after this lady left. And she came back in and she was like, Vanessa, God told me to give you this. And I just came back in to give it to you. And I was like, you don't have to do that. Like, the lady didn't know me. She didn't see me. She didn't see my face. I didn't see her face. If I don't know who this lady is, I could walk up to this lady tomorrow or pass her tomorrow and I do not know who she is. We was talking through the wall. She came back to the shower and she gave me this. She gave me $20, y'all. I don't know that lady. She from Texas. I'm assuming she white. Y'all need to stop judging people and saying people are prejudiced. I'm sure some people in Utah that's not prejudiced. You don't want people saying black people ignorant, black people stupid, black people have babies that they can't take care of. Does that represent all black people? No. So we need to stop saying that Caucasian people or white people are prejudiced, because you haven't met every white person in the world. And if you change your outlook and stop walking around and saying that white people are prejudiced, if you change your outlook and speak to people and talk to people and look at people like they're people, maybe they will see you like you're a person. And maybe they'll just talk to you because you're a human being and not because you're black. And maybe when they talk to you, they won't even see black. I believe that when many people talk to me, they don't see black. They see a woman who is intelligent and smart, kind, considerate, and loving. That's what they see. You have to let people see who you are, and you have to be able to see who people are. I don't judge people by the actions of what another person has done. If I did that, if I judged people, I'm going to say this, and I keep saying white people for y'all people who want to call them white people. They not white, they Caucasian. White people ain't never done nothing to me. White people ain't never hurt me. They ain't never done nothing to me. But my people is why I got every scar on my body. It's why I got every scar on my heart. It's because of black people. So if I was to say that all black people was like the people that did wrong to me, I wouldn't even like my own race. I would be scared of black people. You got to give people a chance. All this stuff I see going on YouTube, all this, somebody told me the other day, all this cussing and fussing and doxing and tearing people down. You don't see them Caucasian people doing that. It's our people that's doing it. Let me read the comments, y'all. I'm over here crying and snotting at the nose. Let me go back up and read y'all comments. Bill say I'm supposed to be sleeping. I got to I got insomnia tonight. Girl, you need you some black seed oil. Girl, it will put you straight out. What you eating, Vanessa? Sharing is caring. Girl, nothing but canned sardines. Sometimes people experience racism that shapes their opinions. Any type of human can be racist. Oh, wow. Your dinner looks very good. Miss Sherry say, I think it depends on where you live. Go to Utah one day. Even go to a majority prejudice town. Some towns, the people are raised that way. And I know that exists, but I'm not going to treat people differently because somebody tell me that everybody in Utah is prejudiced and they're raised that way. I'm going to walk up in that town and I'm going to say, hey, how you doing? And I'm going to speak. And if they don't like me and they're not welcoming, then I'm going to get the stepping. It's never all people. Lil Wayne has the same outlook on racism. I don't stereotype a whole group of people. I didn't say that at all. This is true, Vanessa. I don't know what is with our people. Most black people are just angry. They're angry and black people are prejudiced. I'm not understanding how they don't think black people are very prejudiced and ignorant because you do all this stuff to your own race, but other people are wrong for what you accuse them of doing to us, but we have done so much worse to our own people and continue. TS could be what people have actually experienced. So maybe it's not always a prejudgment, but a lesson learned from life. Okay, so this is what I have to say about that. When you come to my channel and say, be careful, the people in Texas prejudice, if that has been your experience, keep it to yourself because I haven't experienced that and I've been living for 54 years. I am born and raised in Texas. And outside of people talking to me crazy over the phone who do not know me because I've worked in customer service, I have not experienced prejudice in real life, face to face. The people that God have put in my path to just walk up to me. One lady walked up to me and gave me 3 American Express gift cards for $100 a piece. That lady didn't know me from Adam. She didn't know me from Adam. So the people that God have used in my real life to bless me have been Caucasians. The people that I have good, genuine conversations with are Caucasians. The people that understand me, because my own people don't understand me. My own people I think I'm all of that in a bag of chips. My own people think because I want to do van life, something is weird. My own people talk about my bald head, my eye. My own people lie and say that I'm lying and saying that my mama put my eye out when I was 12 years old. My own people think it's fun and funny to say that I am lying about being sexually assaulted as a child. Don't nobody do that to me but my people. So you can miss me with the white, I need to be careful of white people. No. I'm about to get ratchet right now. Y'all can miss me with the I need to be careful with white people. You know who I need to be careful of? You know who I need to leave alone? See, I was about to say it. Whoo, child. Hey, Miss Wanda. Hey, Miss LaWan. Miss Vanessa, and yes, we are racist. I know a lot of them. I have been blessed by many races. Yes, I'm blessed by the best. I'm blessed by God. On the daily, I live for Jesus. I'm not perfect. On the daily, I talk to Jesus. On the daily, I praise him, worship him. On a daily, I try to yield my members to him. And so when I come in contact with people, hopefully God is directing my path and leading me into the path of people that he wants me to cross paths with. So even in my travels, you guys, when I was in Huntsville, Texas, and these people were next to me, and they came up to me and they said, "Are you going to be here tomorrow?" And I'm like, "No, I'm leaving." And they like, "If you could stay one more day, would you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "We're going to give you our camp spot." Caucasians. Caucasians. Not only did they give me their camp spot, the lady came over there and gave me 2 tarps, brand new, still in the pack. Okay, if you go through life shunning people, if you go through life not speaking to people because you think they won't like you, I speak to people. I go up to people. "Hello, how you doing?" I start a conversation with them. I let them know I'm a normal, everyday person that's living in my van. And, you know, a lot of the people that go to the places where I'm going or seeing the sights that I'm seeing, they're retired people. They may be wealthy. They may be middle class. They may have higher educations than me. They may have had a life that was more blessed than mine, but I'm still, my $15, $22 gets me in the same places. And I'm going to say this, my subscribers who help me with my gas money, help me with cash apps, are getting me into the same places. So I'm experiencing, see, it's not about the color, it's not about the race, it's not about the wealth, it's not about how much money they have. I can experience the same thing that they're experiencing, and I ain't got as much as them. They got tricked out. RVs. They got bathrooms in there, lights in there. They didn't have to build their stuff up like me. But I can experience the same thing that they experience at the same place. So why would I look at myself as less than somebody else? And why would I go around people that I'm choosing to go around and thinking that everybody gonna treat me funny or different? Everywhere I go, when I pass these people, they're, "Hello, how are you doing?" Yeah, the other day, I was packing up my campground, and this man and his Caucasian child was driving by in the car, and they waving at me. The little boy just kept doing this. y'all, I don't run into prejudiced people. The people in Texas are not prejudiced. And when you say that, you offend me because I'm a Texan. And I love everybody. I love God's people. Some of the people who cash out me anonymously, send me stuff from Amazon anonymously, I don't know what color they are. And frankly, my dear, I really don't give a damn. You want to know why? Because I'm not prejudiced. I love everybody. I don't see color when I look at people. And I hope when people get to know me and meet me, they don't see color. That lady, I never seen that lady. Didn't see her face, don't know how she looked. She prayed for me through the wall, left out, came back in and said God told her to give me $20. Let God have you where you're supposed to be in your life, and the people that you meet in life are either going to be a blessing to you or a lesson learned by you. And that's all I want to come on here and say, y'all. That person needs a talking to. Who? You are all that and a bag of chips. And so, what you talking about, Miss Linda? Is that person here that told you to be careful? Somebody came in the chat the other day. I blocked them. But I've had people in my real life who have told me to be careful. And yes, there may be some prejudiced people in the world. You can't make people like you. I mean, it's like, it's people in your own race that you don't do nothing to, and they don't like you. Why they don't like you? Are you saying that they prejudiced because they don't like you? Just because a person don't like you, don't mean they prejudiced. But it's easy to make that assumption that they don't like me because they Caucasian, or they don't like me because they Hispanic. And maybe they don't. But you keep liking them, and you keep loving them, and you keep treating them right. And if you don't like the way they treat you, all you have to do is change your location and turn them people over to God. And that's it. Y'all, I don't go through life like that. And I'm blessed every single day of my life. You know, I had some wonderful conversations today with people. And all of them was Caucasian. And when I was talking to the young people, I say children, but they weren't children, but they was young adults. It was 4 of them. It looked like 2 of them may have been from a different race. One looked like he may have been Chinese, mixed with Chinese. But I couldn't tell what all the races was. I didn't talk to no black people today. First of all, ain't there many African American people going out, taking their families out, and giving their children different experiences? They sitting up in front of their children, drinking, cursing, and smoking weed. I'm just saying. So I seen one African American, well, 2. I seen one African American man today who was going in the shower when I was coming out, and he said hello. He was surprised. He probably was surprised to see me as I was to see him. So, with that being said, I done said what I had to say. Some black people are nice too. Miss Sherry, if I would say, see, this is what I'm saying. When people say white people are prejudiced because of an experience that they had with other people, if I would go by my experiences with black people, I would say black people is, girl, I don't want to have nothing to do with black people no more. That's what I'd be saying. All the stuff I done been through that happened to me before the age of 12 was at the hands of black people. Being neglected and beaten every day of my life almost. A black mama. Having to listen to my daddy cuss and fuss and kick and break doors down and get us evicted. A black man. Sexually assaulted as a child by a black man. Sexually assaulted by a child by some females, black women. Mistreated by babysitters that end up giving me infantitis as a child. Black people. Caught a fire at the age of 3 because a mama and a daddy won't wake up to light a heater. Black people. Blinded in my eye. Hit in the eye with a belt by a mother. Because her lover who raped me would tell her when to come with me and she would do it. A black mama. A black mama. Uncles that used to beat me, pull knives on me, shoot guns up in the air. Black people. I'm surprised that I ain't scared of black folks. I'm serious. If you want to talk about somebody's experience and they form an opinion based on their experience, I'm surprised I ain't scared of black folks. Because the only folks that never did anything wrong to me have been black people. So when y'all come to my channel, miss me with the it's prejudiced people in Texas. Okay? Until I run into it, I ain't accepting nothing y'all got to say. I don't know how I'm going about something that you said. Someone thinks you are a bag of chips and all of that. And you are. And we love you for being who you are and your journey through life. Thank you, Miss Lily. It happens a lot in poor neighborhoods. Now you're making excuses. That's an excuse. That is an excuse. Because we poor, we should mistreat our children. It's acceptable. See, that's why it's acceptable in the African American community. But how can you accept your own people doing all this to you, but then holler and scream and say white people prejudice? You used to mistreatment. So it don't matter who it come from. If you're going to accept that kind of abuse and that kind of treatment from your own people, then why you got a problem with it from other people? You should be used to it. It happens to a lot of people in the African American community. That is a stereotype, and that is making an excuse. I don't accept it. But that comment, see, you got to look at the comment differently. That comment, it happens a lot in poor neighborhoods. It's making acceptability for it happening. You didn't say, now I'm just going to tell you, I know you're going to think I'm getting on you, but I'm not. I'm just trying to get you to see things from a different perspective. You didn't say it happens in a lot of poor neighborhoods and it's wrong. You said it happened in a lot of neighborhoods, in a lot of poor neighborhoods, which means it's acceptable. I'm just saying. You didn't say black neighborhoods. You ain't had to say black neighborhoods. It happens anywhere. Being poor don't have anything to do with it. Being poor don't have nothing to do with it. Being ignorant. Let me tell you something. You know who take advantage of children? Lowlifes. Lowlifes. All shapes, forms, fashions, and colors. Lowlifes. But I grew up scared of men and boys because of what a black man did to me. Okay? I grew up scared of people because of what black people did to me. So, like I say, don't come to my channel telling me you're going out there and you're traveling in Texas. Be careful. I've been living in Texas all my life, dummy. I've been living in Texas all my life. Okay? I'm a Texan. If somebody in Texas want to hate on me, they hating on their own self because I'm a Texan. You know, everything is bigger in Texas. I am proud to be a Texan. This is where God saw fit for me to be born. This is where God saw fit for me to live and be raised. This is where God saw fit for me to start my van life journey and to see all what Texas has to offer that I never got an opportunity to see before because I was raised by black people in the hood who wanted to fight, cuss, and try to kill each other every day. Okay, it happens anywhere, but there are plenty of black people too. But I get what you are saying. You would be amazed at stuff that goes on in rich communities. Yes, in all homes. In all homes. There is incest, abuse, alcoholism, drug addiction in all homes. And all I'm saying is don't bring your fears to my channel, to my life. I walk by faith and not by sight. I trust God. My life is in His hand. If somebody take my life tomorrow and they happen to be white, oh well, that was just the day that God the person that God used to bring me home with him. I don't fear death. I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not scared to die. I'm not scared of people. I'm not scared to do van life. I'm not scared of people in Texas. If I had those fears that y'all have, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. That's your fear. You're scared. That's why you're not doing what you want to do in life, because you are scared. I am not a scary person. Stop talking to me as if I'm you, because I'm not you. If I was you, I wouldn't be doing this. I'm me. This what I want to be doing. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. In Jesus' name, amen. God is good to me. God bless me every single day of my life just to wake me up. Listen, y'all. This morning when I got up, and well, you know, I get up before I get up. Like, I usually get up when my alarm go off and talk to God, or lay there, pray, and fall back to sleep. And my alarm is set at 6. I got 2 alarms. One set at 6 and one set at 8. So usually the 6 o'clock alarm go off and I don't get up, but I be laying there talking and thinking. Talking to God and thinking. And then by the time the 8 o'clock alarm go off, I try to get up. But I was just thanking God this morning for me being able to go to the places I'm going to, see the things I'm seeing, experience the things that I'm experiencing, being able to eat, have a meal, take a shower, and still do what's making me happy. I'm not rich. I make it off a very minimal amount of money a month. Some of you would not even be able to live 1% of your life off of the budget that I have. You be like, what are you doing with that? I can't do nothing with that. You'll be like, I can't pay no car note with that. But y'all, honestly, God is the one who gives the increase. And no matter what people give me or donate me, or everything that been in the van that people buy for me, He is doing this. So I look at myself as blessed. It doesn't matter who make fun of the things that I have. It doesn't matter who talk about what I don't have. It don't matter who think they better than me. You are not better than me. You could never. That's why you talking about me, because you could never be better than me. Because if you was better than me, you wouldn't be talking about me. You wouldn't be talking about nobody if you was better than me. You ain't better than me, and you ain't better than nobody else, because you putting your mouth on people that God bless on a daily. And you think you blessed and highly favored. You is not. And y'all, God good to me. That's all I know. If I die tomorrow, I'm gonna die doing what I want to do. Nobody has forced me into van life. I'm doing what I want to do. So if I was a scary person like you, All these people want to put their fears on me, and you think that's going to work. You look like Willie Foo-Foo. Trying to give somebody advice on how to live van life, and you ain't never lived van life a day in your life, and you too scary to live your real life in real life. Don't pass your fears on to me, because you can never, no one can never put their fears on me. No one can never say, ooh, you're traveling alone by yourself. You ought to be scared to live in that van. Stop parking in parking lots. You ought to be scared to live in that, to park in parking lots. Stop going to these campgrounds where it's dark at night. You ought to be scared to do that. That is you. I ought not be scared of nothing that God done gave me the power not to be scared. No, you ought not to be scared. So, I don't listen to people, y'all. I don't listen to people try to put their fears on me. I don't listen to people to try to put their ignorance. Don't pass your ignorance and your stupidity on me. I'm different than my mom. I'm different than my dad. I'm different than most of my family members, because I, as a young child, I think God guided me through that mentality that I was being brought up in, not to be like any of those people. I don't want to be like none of my people. I don't want to be no rapist, no child molester. I don't want to do drugs and sell drugs and prostitute, and thank God none of that stuff has been a part of who I am. However, I grew up in it. And thank God it's only one person in my family that I used to look up to and don't want and wanted to be like. And God showed me that she was the devil and a worker of iniquity. And I don't want to be like her no more. But it's not one of my family members that I would want to be like. Not one. I'm different than them. And the Bible say you cannot walk together unless you're in agreement. Of course, the majority is going to always be in agreement. Of course, if everybody in the family is alike, of course, if all the family members are alcoholics, of course, if all the family members done touched somebody as a child, they ain't going to have a problem with the next person, because they know they done did it too. You think I want to go to a family reunion? Hell to the no, to the no, no, no. For what? To see all the pedophiles in the family? No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. To look at all the people that covered up kids in my family being sexually assaulted as children? No, thank you. That's for the birds. That's for the birds. I'm not like nobody in my family. I don't want to be like nobody in my family. And honestly, I don't miss my family. I don't miss them. I don't want to see them. And I ain't trying to see them. If I want to see any of them, I could find them. I know where they at. I could get their number. I could call them. I ain't picked up the phone because I don't want to. Doo-doo-doo. And they better not try to call me. Why? Because if I wanted to talk to you, I'd have called you. You ain't got to call me. But if you ain't calling me, now if God told you to call me and you calling me to repent, you calling me to ask me for forgiveness, you are calling me to acknowledge the wrong that you have done to me, by all means, feel free to pick up the phone and call me. But if you ain't calling me for neither one of them things, ain't no point in calling me. If you ain't calling me to say you sorry, you apologize, you was wrong, don't call me. Because I don't want to talk until you get that out the way. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Right, Vanessa, I can't judge on how you are living your life because haven't walked in your shoes. But anyway, I'm living a life of freedom. The freedom to me, the free part to me, is to be free to experience the love of God in my life every single day. To be free from people that have hurt you, and to just be free from just, I don't have to think about nothing. I don't have to worry about nothing. I'm just free for whatever God have for me on a day-to-day basis. And I can't be like these other people. Like, God has something else for me, whatever success they think they gonna get from being wicked and evil. Let them get to it. The devil bless his own, and then he turn around and destroy him. You gonna fall. It's coming. But I got to do things the way God want me to do it. And that's what I'm more focused on the daily. And each and every day, I'm out watching God. He is moving me closer to where I need to be in my relationship with him. Tomorrow is not promised. I could wake up dead tomorrow. Only the things I do for Christ will last. And that's it. And that's all. So with that being said, anybody got anything else they want to say? And that's between you and God, that you don't want to see your family members. I understand, Vanessa. I heard the story you went through. Child, them people ain't family. Who is family? God said, hold on here. God said our family is our sisters and brothers in the Lord. My family is people that love the Lord. My family is people that treat me with kindness, love, and respect. That's my family. I got some people here on YouTube that God have given me that love me. And you guys are my family. That's all I need. Good night, Miss Lily. I wasn't going to bed. I was just looking out my window and checking on something. My family is, when I realized, Miss Busty, that the people that were related to me by blood was awful, evil, wicked people who was letting the devil use them their whole life. And you let the devil use you your whole life, and then after you destroy other people's lives, you don't want to acknowledge that you was letting the devil use you. And I don't, when I realized, like I said, y'all, I tried to take my life several times because of all the hurt and the pain. And when I finally realized that the people in my family love themselves so much and they are so prideful, that they would protect their images at all costs, no matter who got caught in them protecting themselves and their image, they will protect it at all costs. And then I realized, this ain't love. These people don't love me. They don't love, because I got some cousins and stuff that done went through some of the similar stuff that I done went through by the hands of their mothers, by the hands of their fathers, by the hands of their uncles. So once I realized that these people don't love me, they don't love their kids, they don't love nobody but themselves. They are here to please themselves, they flesh, the lust of their flesh. Then I didn't have no more problems of not going around them, because I was no longer willing to allow people to hurt me in order to feel like I was connected to a family. I disconnected to dysfunction in order to function. Can I get somebody to say that with me? I disconnected to dysfunction in order to function. Had I continued to function in the dysfunction, I wouldn't be here no more. I would be like many of those people, delusional, liars, child molesters, who never could admit they molested children. Yeah. Why would I want to be around anybody like that, who molested you or molested the other one of your family members, and the mamas and the aunties and the uncles and everybody just, they know what the person did and they just accepting it. Sweep it under the rug at the expense of the child, their mental and physical health. Sweep it under the rug. It's something wrong with the child that done grew up with issues because you swept what happened to them under the rug. And when that didn't happen in a family to multiple people in the family, that you done swept under the rug what done happened to them, I don't have no respect for you grown folks. Don't want to be like you. See, when we children, y'all, we don't know what all we done went through, who knew about it, who hid it, who swept it up under the rug. We don't know all that when we children. We just living through the motions. But when we get grown and God show us things and we open up our eyes and we see things for who they are and people for who they are, then we either make a decision to grow up and be like those people, or we make a decision to not be like those people. If you're around something all the time, 9 times out of 10, you're going to grow up and be like them people. Sometimes you have to disconnect from the dysfunction in order for your life to start functioning. Hey, Miss Marcella. Good night, Miss Christine. You have a blessed night too. Miss Marcella, I'm just talking. I'm venting. But I'm just saying, Miss Marcella, sometimes you have to disconnect from the dysfunction in order to function. Anybody, any place, anything that's going to steal my peace, my joy, and my happiness, I'm exiting stage left. I'm going to give you the boot, and I ain't never got to see you again. Like Tina Turner said, what's love got to do with it? I know how to love people from afar. My love don't change for people. I ain't never got to see you again ever in life. That don't mean I don't love you. I loved you enough to stay away from you because something ain't right with you. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to go to bed so I can get up at 6. What time is it? Ooh, 1:33. I got to put everything up. I just wanted to come here. And to the lady, she said she was going to subscribe to my channel. To the lady that gave me this $20. I didn't see your face. I don't know who you are. Thank you for the prayer. And thank you for the blessing. And may God return what you've given to me tenfold. To each and every one of you that God have used to bless my life, I just want you to know, I hope that God lets you know how much of a blessing you have been to me and continue to be to me, and how much I appreciate y'all and how much of a difference what you do for me makes in my life. I just hope you know that, because just like this lady didn't have to give me this, y'all don't have to do nothing that you do for me. I believe y'all do it because God tell you to. You don't, I don't think people try to say, well, people give to her because they feel sorry for her. Why y'all feel sorry for me? Ain't nobody feeling, I don't think. That's just me. I don't think people are donating to me or giving to me because they feel sorry for me. I think people are donating and giving to me because they see and feel the Spirit of God. And His Spirit is within me. I don't care who want to say it's not. That's why you saying His Spirit not with me, because why would the devil say that God's Spirit is with me? Something to think about, huh? Good night, Miss Busty. You have to disconnect from the dysfunction in order to function. Word. Miss Lily. Miss Lily threw the word in there. Yes. I'm going to make a little, and that's written by me, VIPB. You have to disconnect from the dysfunction in order to function. I'm going to make a whole video about that. I need to write that down. Let me screenshot that because I'm forgetting stuff. Let me see. Let me screenshot that. You have to disconnect from the dysfunction in order to function. And that's what I did. I don't mind disconnecting from whatever in my life needs to be disconnected from in order to function. And I don't look back. If somebody needs to disconnect from me in order to function, in order to have peace, I'm not going to run behind you. I'm not going to be mad. You got to do what's best for you. And that's it. And that's all. I'm going to call it a night, y'all. Hold on 1 minute. I'm about to go throw this trash away. Y'all stay here. If y'all hear me holler, call 911, okay? I broke this thing earlier off my backpack. I carried my backpack today for the first time, y'all. Thanks to the person that bought that backpack for me. Y'all, let me throw this away. If y'all hear me scream, come to my rescue. I don't talk to people after dark. I don't talk to people after dark. Man, crazy. Let me close my door, y'all. That man talking about, I say, I don't talk to people after dark. He say, I'm not just people. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm actually a good guy. Okay, y'all, good night. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm probably about to move. Because this man said he a good guy. And he had an attitude, so that means he ain't as good as he say he is. So I'm about to jump in my car and move. Because I don't know what he doing, but I don't want to. I'm about to move. Talk to y'all later. Good night.